right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Grizzled. Good to see you, bud. Thank you for coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome for everyone who is new here. My name is Enigma. I am wondering why my controller cable. There we are. My name's Enigma. I'm a variety streamer, Twitch, Twitter, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. Hope you're having a great week so far. Happy Thirsty Thursday to you. Hope everyone's doing well. We are having a great time playing Castlevania Circle of the Moon. But as we get started today, do me a small favor. Go ahead and smack that follow button on Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. Subscription on YouTube would be great. Also, it'd be great if you do me a small favor and smash that like button on Rumble and on YouTube. Maybe even leave a comment. Let people know that I'm here. We really, really will. Pardon me. As usual. You got a burp. That would mean a lot to me to have your support, as I am looking to hopefully get bigger and better at what I'm doing, and the only way that's going to happen is with the help and support of wonderful people just like yourselves. Oop. Already took a hit. Oh. So this is Circle of the Moon. This is the Persona non grata one. Iga, I don't know if Konami still has stricken this from canon or not. But I know that when Iga was in charge, he did. He said that this was not his best effort for a Castlevania game. And that's kind of where we are right now. How you doing, Grizzled? How you feeling, bud? Got that. There we are. Crap. Okay, well, I need to hit something up there. Oop. This was a launch title for the Game Boy Advanced. And of course, we're looking for as many levels up as humanly possible. What did I get for looking down for a second? What does the star bracelet do? Strength goes way down. Defense goes way up. Intelligence goes way up. Okay. I still managed to find my way in there. Always forget about that. Hmm. Hey there, Tempest. Good to see ya. Thank you for coming in. Ah! Scheiße. Got you there. And let's get you down. Oop, missed. How are things going today? Alright, so I had 2 different areas to go into. Oop. Yep. Lizard man has 2 hits. This guy's gonna take... Wow! Okay, he is a pain in the arse. Sure, before we go off screen, that's where we want to go. Oh, well. All that for that? I was kind of hoping for a health increase, but hey, whatever. Jeez. That guy is insane. I'm gonna get frozen and die. Damn it. Those things are nuts. Typical. Typical, typical, typical. Taking those shots, that's not going to be good. Alright, take that. Yeah, I know, there you go, come on. Yep, so, anyway. It's, treating me alright. There are some more difficult parts of this. Bastard. Parts of the game that they really, focus a lot on making the game, I think, a little more difficult than Soten. This is the first Metroidvania they did after Soten. And, you can tell that they really wanted to up the difficulty. I did Soten in like a day and a half, and this one's lasted a lot longer, even though it's a Game Boy Advanced game, so it's technically shorter. But I don't remember where everything is in this game the way I do with Soten. Those aren't that bad. It's those damn demons, those water demons. Like that guy. Because I don't know which way he's going with them. Guy's a dick. That was a dick too. Dick move! Okay, we're gonna go back and recover again so we don't have to do that again. Jeez, that was a... Those ice demons are not friendly. Oh, you're shitting me. The ones off screen are hitting me now? Kind of cheap. Now I gotta be real careful because they could really mess me up. I wanted to do all that again. Okay. What an asshole. Every little bit of XP helps, so if you've not played a Metroidvania, an Igavania, is probably the better way to put it, because this is done by Iga. He does thing where it's experience-based and it's gear-based, so you want to make sure you are grinding for the best gear you can, but at the same time you got to continue to build up experience points to get your levels up as well. Very important to be able to do that. There we go. Now the only drawback in this game is the only weapon you have access to is the whip. So in Soten you had so many choices of weapons to choose from. You could you know, augment your Alucard the way you wanted to, however you wanted to, and use different weapons. Even though there was a clear best weapon in the game, you could get there were definitely other combinations you could do to be effective in Soten. This game suffers from the simple fact that no matter what you do, you're stuck with using the whip. Now you can augment the whip with different cards that you collect from bad guys. But well, damn it. son of a bitch. Ah! Sometimes one weapon is definitely all you need. And the Vampire Killer Whip is definitely a weapon that is a Soten or is a Castlevania staple. I don't like the way this is going. And it did put us down to 38,000, so... But you can, like I said, the whip is augmentable, where you can make it the fire whip, you can do lightning, you can do ice. There's a lot of different things for it. To be fairly honest, I've yet to really find a whip I really think is that much better. But that's just the opinion, my opinion. I'm sure there's probably a card that I'm missing that'll make things like amazingly easier. A card for making the whip. All that great, yeah. Sometimes you gotta run away. All right. Come on, baby. Come on. Damn. At least they're weak and they don't give me that big of a heart. I still managed to take a hit. 2 hits. But when we get to some of the other that sucks. See, if they're not on screen, they shouldn't be able to throw shit at you. That to me, that's unfair. They don't know I'm there. How can they hit me if they don't know I'm there? Forgot to hit the thing. Shit. Oh, you bastard. Alright, yep. I can already feel what's going to happen there. That's one of the things about this game that makes it kind of unfair is when you're in a big room like that and they can attack you, but you can't attack them, and they really even shouldn't know that you're there, but there they are. But then again, Iga said after they made this that this wasn't what they really intended to make. That time he didn't hit me. How about them apples? I never done around 22, so we'll level up again pretty soon. Maybe that could be something we have to do a little bit, is find our get our levels up some. Shit. Oop. Thing is, with the way these chicks are, if you don't whip them out, they're gonna attack you later, so you might as well do it. And that puts us at 12. Yeah, we're gonna level up soon, so maybe the little bit of the grind here that we're doing, try to get everything, isn't that bad. So yeah, and I didn't even know that guy was there. Gotta whip that. So I am playing this on PlayStation 5 for those who are wondering. I am a console kind of guy. Nothing personal against those who are not. Ha! My personal opinion, there's nothing wrong with how you choose to game as long as you're gaming and you're having fun with it. That's all that matters. That guy, I can already tell you, pain in the ass. See what I mean? That's just bullshit. I'll take the level up, though. Let's go over here. Good. Damn it. Okay, I'll take that. Now we're gonna have to lower that thing! Shit. I really... want to keep this level up. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda got lucky there. Okay. On our way. Not that he matters, but whatever. Alright, got to keep the level up and the magic increase, so don't have to worry about that again. Ha! Go. Okay. Guess you just can't get cute with those guys. Yeah, you see first try. I actually have played this before a couple of times, but I will not pretend like I am nearly as memorable. You know, I don't remember everything in it the way that I do. Like I said, Soten. You are. Perfectly placed where I can't do anything about that. That's what sucks. Alright, so now we should be able just to go down here and not have to worry about that thing anymore because we we got the MP increase. That guy is off my Christmas card list. Okay, your ass! I didn't throw that axe. Okay, now we got that. Let's go back and save that part of the game. I think I'm in the wrong. Yeah, damn it. I don't think I'm supposed to. I had to hit that. Let's try that again. Ooh, actually, these are still worth some pretty good XP. I'm going to try to run. For that reason right there. There's nothing wrong with the grind a little here. Wow, I got lucky. I really feel like I got lucky there. Alright, so our heart increase stayed as well. Not to mention, pretty good shape there. Let me take a look. Alright, looks like we're going to have to go into the center route. Which won't be a problem if I can just kill the stuff and not take too much damage. If I can get it to where I don't have to worry about those damn ice demons. Because those things are a pain in the ass. Golly. Take that, Alphaba. Another shot. They definitely don't make this easy, do they? And that being said, the Soten was so much easier. But so this can be easier. We just have to make sure we're getting. We have to get to the point where we're able to level up and there we go. So that wasn't me. I didn't throw that axe. Although I'm sure the game registers I threw the axe. That time I didn't mean to throw the axe, but apparently I did. Magic gauntlets, nothing. Alright, let's take a look here. I know this is the way to get to the magic up, which we don't really need. You're a dick. I don't think there is a... There's not. Okay, so there's no sense in doing that. There we go. Well, wait a minute. Here we go. This is apparently the correct way, and those lizard men are going to be right there, and they have shields. Okay. Yep, yeah. Ah, I knew that was coming, and I still let it happen. Oh, my... Didn't even see that thing. Oh, thank God. Ah. That's up. Now those guys are going to be a pain in the ass because they have shields, and apparently you can't get through those shields when they're on the same level as you. 12,000, not far away from a level up. Oh, and it's a boss fight time. You were with Dracula in the hall. I am Camilla. I beckon Dracula forth again. Why do you want this? Why do you want his return? To turn this world into a living hell? But isn't this world hellish already? That's actually very true. People are intrigued by darkness and covet chaos and power. That's just because guys are into goth girls now. They are dirty, self-centered mongrels. I simply wish the world to properly reflect this image. You are delusional. If only you too would embrace the darkness in your soul, then a new world would unfold before you. Shut up. Only one who was with you, the one who was with you, he was more honest with himself. Even my master approves of him. What? What have you done to Hugh? Oh, she turns into a... that. Oh, okay. Alright, that's already annoying. I can't hit the balls. Yeah, that's what she said. Now, how many freaking attacks does this chick have? There's no way. Not right now. I gotta level up some more. Because that she's got attacks on top of attacks. Yes, the obsession with darkness now is because boys like themselves the goth girls. Yeah, really. She has so many attacks. It's only 6, so yeah, these things are worth grinding out for a few minutes. Yeah. Didn't even think of that. Go ahead, yeah. That takes us down to 119. Yeah, we got it. Oop. That's what I get for refilling my tea. Level up. Now that I know how to... It's not too bad. Oh, really? Dick. How much are these things worth? I'm at 110,000. 109. Yeah, they're still worth stuff. Oh, and now I can take them down in one hit with just a regular shot of the whip. Not the girls yet, though. Girls like to be whipped. They like to be whipped. Those evil hands. I'm a pain in the ass. Now I can whip those guys down in one hit. That's actually good. Number 97. Well, you know, wait a minute. There's no sense in worrying about the girls right now. With the lizard men are going to give me quite a bit of XP. I'll just worry about killing them. Yeah, that already took me down to 90, so... There we go. So this weekend I do plan on doing a Rumble Premium stream. I don't know if I'm going to get all 5 hours that I need out of it, but it'll depend on what Desi and I have planned for the rest of the weekend. I know we have an appointment on Saturday, and we're both really looking forward to that. But this weekend... I know I need to get 5 hours in for the month for the creator program. I'm well on pace to get everything else good done. So I really want to thank everybody who's tuning in and giving me those watch hours, the follows, the unique chatters. I do appreciate that, guys. I really, really do. I want to see where this goes with them. I do feel like for the first time and since I've started streaming, I'm actively being promoted now on Rumble, which is, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I've gotten a lot more viewers on Rumble than I've gotten on any other platform since I started streaming back in 2020. So go figure on that one. So yeah. That didn't work at all. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get to all those guys, and you just can't. And we're down to 64, so we're making pretty good time here. Whip them down. Of course, if you guys would drop something pretty awesome, I wouldn't mind that either. Some better armor or something like that. But as far as what I'm going to do on the premium yet, I'm still deciding. My Borderlands 4 Siren, I'm still trying to get a level 60 bod that's as good as the one I have on level 50, and that so far that's been not happening. So might do that. I mean performance-wise. there's still bugs. I know that I've when I was playing through, when I was streaming the storyline DLC, they had some bugs in the game where I had to. They'd say, "Hey, go do this," and I'd go to do it, and it would. The person I needed to talk to or whatever was not there, so I would have to actually stop and reload it. Yeah, it did. On my PlayStation 5, it was fine. But there was a lot of, to me, there was a lot of more issues with the balance of the game. I think they released it early to have us beta test it, quite frankly. They were all like, "Oh yeah, it's ahead of schedule," and it's like, "Yeah, it's ahead of schedule because you want us to beta test it," and that's exactly what happened. Because no one finds holes in games, holes in things quite like gamers do. We will set out to find bugs and performance issues and things like that. But I never, even on my PlayStation 5, it wasn't that bad. I didn't have any real bad performance issues. I had bug issues, but they did fix that though with a slider. They finally put a slider on it for graphic content with the PlayStation 5, and it plays a lot better on there. Yeah, we'll find it. If you want us to, if you're looking for bugs or glitches, just release the game early. We'll find it for you, and we did. It's a better game than it was, but it's not. There's still a lot of issues. The main story of Borderlands 4 is they removed a lot of stuff from Borderlands 4 that made Borderlands. You know, there's not a lot of humor. There's not a lot of that dark humor. There's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of characters from previous games. You know, there's just even the ones that are there, like Claptrap is completely a side character. He's got nothing to do with anything outside of the fact that he's there at the beginning. He's not a presence through the entire game the way that he should be. But that's when people ask me, they say, what's the biggest thing that's hurt gaming over the last 20 years? The answer is the internet. That they don't have to, game developers and publishers don't have to release finished products anymore. They can release something that's buggy and janky and all that, and we'll take it and find all the bugs, and they'll fix it in post. They'll fix it later. Meanwhile, you've paid, you know, 70, 80, 90 bucks for something that's unfinished. And I dare Randy Pitchford to tell me I'm wrong, that they released the game early so we would beta test it for them. Yeah, don't play 4 then. If you think 3's story is bad. Three's story is so much better than 4. Because at least it's got humor. At least it's got that, it's Borderlands. We didn't get that with 4. Too serious. Not enough. I mean, there was some funny stuff in it, but it wasn't like... The way I explained it to my girlfriend Desi when we were gonna watch the movie, she's like, what is it like? And I said, well, the best way I can explain it is, imagine that you are in a place where everybody is at least a little bit insane. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, it's a series where everyone is just a little nuts, and it's very dark humor. And the truth is they lost their writers. When they lost Anthony Birch from the guy who was responsible for Handsome Jack and then and a lot of 2. When they lost him, they lost a lot. Anthony Birch understands. He's still alive. Hey, Whiskey, what are you barking at? Understands dark humor and what we want with, what we would want with dark humor. And 3 has dark humor. It's mostly pop culture humor. I mean, honestly, I don't mind 3 as much as some folks do. But 4 is definitely a big departure from Borderlands. Now, it's harder to write humor. I will say that, especially if you don't want it to be. One thing I fear about shows like South Park and Family Guy, for that matter, both of the same, are kind of the same way. I know they hate that when we make that comparison. But whenever you do something with pop culture humor involved with it, eventually you're going to run to a place where people aren't going to get it, So, just in the realm of South Park here, they did an episode. What are you barking at? There's nothing there. They did an episode many years ago about Elian Gonzalez, and Elian Gonzalez was a young man, a kid that was brought over here from, I believe, Cuba, and his mother brought him here, but his father wanted him back in Cuba or something like that, and it became a big international incident where basically, Americans wanted him to stay, but the Cubans wanted him back, and it ended up in the long run. What happened is the Americans ended up giving the boy back to his father, and in Cuba, and it was a pretty big deal for a couple of weeks. And South Park did an episode about it. If you watch it right now as it is, without any sort of context to it, without what I just said, like if a Gen X or Gen Zer were to watch it, they would have no idea as to why that's funny. I had no idea what the spoof is or anything. They would just look at it and go, "What the hell is this?" And that's kind of what Borderlands 3 did, where it was still dark humor, but a lot of it was pop culture kind of humor, and that can be dated. I love pop culture humor, but it's for me. And for what's going on right now, whatever's going on right now, whatever they make fun of right now, I believe there's a lot to make fun of right now. In 15 years, people will be out there who don't get it, who don't understand why that's actually funny, why that's there. What makes that worth talking about, Let's see. Goodness gracious. But I would definitely say, if I was rating the Borderlands games, 4 would be at the bottom. Below 3, the pre-sequel, all of it. 2 would be number 1. 2 is often considered to be the best. And that's because it's got Handsome Jack, one of the absolute best villains in the history of video games, period. I wish they wouldn't have killed him off. They need to bring him back. And that's a big reason also why I think people thought 3 was so bad, is because the Calypso twins aren't as funny or as really menacing as Handsome Jack was. Handsome Jack was... Yeah, I mean, it's... I wouldn't say Twitch streamers. It was more of a social media thing. I'd say more like YouTube. But I get it. I absolutely get it. But it wasn't... what the funny thing is that people will say that game was a disaster, and they really don't know. That game sold like gangbusters. That game did so well. They did a second season of content unplanned. They didn't... I don't think they even knew... Oh, crap. They didn't even know what they were doing. But I would not say in a million years that the Calypsos were as good of a villain as Handsome Jack. They weren't. They absolutely were not. But that it was going to be a downgrade. Again, Handsome Jack is so awesome that there's no way that they could have, without bringing Handsome Jack back, which they kind of did in the Handsome Jackpot, which just also happened to be my favorite of the DLCs of Borderlands 3. But they tried to make it funny, and there was fun stuff in it. I mean, they tried, and at least it was still Borderlands. It had characters, it had story. Oh, Wonderlands! You really want me to get on a soapbox? I will tell you all the shit wrong with Wonderlands. Wonderlands is probably the laziest of any Borderlands adjacent or Borderlands games. The end game of Wonderlands was the drizzling shits. You cannot do worse than what they did with Wonderlands' end game. It was so bad. You know, and say what you want to about 3, and I get the story and all that, but the end game of 3 was very robust. Even without the DLCs, you still had mayhem modes 1 through 10 or 11, where you could go farm better weapons and all that kind of stuff. Wonderlands was so bad. And I was afraid when I played Wonderlands, I said, oh, I hope this is not what they do with 4, and so far it's kind of what they've done with 4. 4 is lazy. That's the way I look at it. It's a very lazy game. Charging as much as possible and giving you as little content as possible, and that's exactly how 4 has been. Even the first big story pack for 4 is only, I think it took me like a stream and a half to do it. So it took me less, and I was taking my time. It took me about 5 hours to 5-6 hours to do it. Yeah. I get that. But we have to keep in mind, if you take down with Handsome Jack, if you're not going to rehash Jack, if you're not bringing him back, and believe me, I could think of a myriad of reasons as to why they should have brought him back. If you're not going to bring him back, then you're going to have a downgrade in your villain. It's just all there is to it. It'd be like playing Mario and there's no Bowser, you know. You play a Mario game, you expect Bowser. Or Zelda with no Ganon, you know. They're just certain things. And that's why I think that, I mean, 3 did a lot of things right. But I get it. The story with the Calypsos, they offed a bunch of characters. They offed certain characters that they shouldn't have, like Maya, and posting up Ava, who a lot of people didn't like, trying to make her out to be the next big thing. You know, I happen to know from what I have read that Ava was supposed to be in Borderlands 4. Where Amara is, the Amara stuff, where she makes her return, was all supposed to be Ava at first. And they kind of decided, no. People don't like Ava, so why would we bring her back? Yeah, they could have. They could have. He had clones and lookalikes and doubles that were surgically altered for that. They could have brought him back. They could still bring him back. There are ways that they can bring him back. There's no doubt about that. It just needs to be that they are going to have to bite the bullet and realize that Handsome Jack is just as much a part of Borderlands lore, if the biggest part of Borderlands lore than anything. And you know, if they announce Borderlands 5 tomorrow and say, "Look who's back," and it's Handsome Jack, it'd set the world on fire as far as their fan base goes. Their fan base would love that. Yeah, he is. He is. I'm not kidding when I say he's a top 5 video game villain. He most certainly is. He is up there with any villain. I'd put him up there against any villain. He is that good. And I could just remember that you're playing Borderlands 2 for the first time, and you're early on. You're like level 1, level 2, or whatever, and he's talking shit to you. He is completely talking shit to you, and it's freaking hilarious. Is the things that he's saying, and then as the game progresses, he goes from being hilarious to being more and more menacing, and you know, finally when he gets to the crescendo, you're like, I hate this son of a bitch. I want to take this guy down, and that's so good because he was so charismatic and so funny at the beginning, and then you know, you get towards the end, you're like, oh, this guy's toast. So I would definitely, if I were, you know, Randy Pitchford, I would definitely go back and say, you know what we need to do with 5 is we need some Handsome Jack. We need to bring Handsome Jack back. And I'll be like, well, he's dead. It's like, well, you bring him back. Guys, bring back everybody else. Exactly. Exactly. At first, he was funny, he was charismatic, he was just like, yeah, buddy, look what I just did to you. I would say something, but I'm rich, and you're going to have to deal with it. It was just so good. And technically, if you played the pre-sequel, you know that Handsome Jack had a scar on his face that was not on his face at the end of Borderlands 3. So you really, or 2, I mean, so you could technically still bring him back and say you just killed one of his clones. You most certainly could. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was that good of a villain. Oh, crap. Okay. Forgot about those guys. just beat these guys. I'll go save again. I want to have full health when we fight her again. They just have to do something. If the 4 is just, I call it Borderlands in name only. I don't know if folks get that, but if you were to make it look like Call of Duty, like, you know, like a normal game, if it wasn't for like the art style, I don't think you could really tell. I can't believe I did that. That it was a Borderlands game. The art aesthetic and is really all that's there. There's few characters. There's not a lot of throwbacks. And it's not that the game plays bad. It doesn't. It plays very well. It's especially now that they've had some time to fix it. I'm acting like I forgot how to play this. Twitter, yeah, well, that's why I've been losing. I've lost like 100 followers in the last, couple of weeks. I was almost at 2,500 for a while, and now I'm back down to about 2,400. Makes me wonder. Shit. I mean, what have I done wrong? There's people leaving me? But it's mostly like a bot purge, so. You lost 2. Oh, good. Look at you. Not that I go out looking for bot farms, because I don't, but I tend to get a lot of them coming my way. People trying to sell me whatever they can sell me. As I said the other day, I had one person was trying to sell me a frickin' VTuber model, and the other was trying to sell me exposure on my OnlyFans, which I don't have. So it's like, one of them wants me to cover my face up, the other one wants to promote me naked. So it's crazy. It's like, I don't even have an OnlyFans page. Oh, you'll hit 400. Come on, really? Those purple balls. At least I know I can whip them. Boy, I'm screwed. Good Lord. Yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, she's... I mean, I realize they're trying to make it... It's all about pattern recognition in the long run, which I suck at doing. Expedition 33 is a great game, but it's getting to recognize the patterns for that is insanely difficult. I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, okay, alright, whatever. Come on, bitch. I'm gonna kick your ass. See what I mean? No, you can't. There's always those purple balls. That's just a bunch of shit. Maybe that's what I do, is just kind of hang out and let them... and then axe them. Jesus! Ah. What a bunch of crap. Yeah, those purple balls are the worst. I think I have some potions left. Not enough. That was not good. But Claire Expedition 33, great game. But there are definitely parts of that game that are unforgiving. Absolutely unforgiving. You have to be just completely prepared for how... It's like, because of the quick time dodges and such, you have to be prepared for that. And it's a trial and error kind of thing. Because you'll be sitting there going, "Oh, I'm doing all right here," and then you'll miss an attack. They'll hit you, and you'll just go, "Holy crap! What did that? They hit me so hard." Especially at the second to end part of that game. It can be very unforgiving when you get to the parts where you're at the end game part of it, and you're like, "Oh, I'll go in here," and they'll say danger, and you're like, "Oh, there's no danger in here," and then all of a sudden, blam! Yes, you'll have to time all of the attacks. And they don't give you a QTE to do it. You have to recognize exactly when it's going to hit you and go from there. No, we got it. There we go. It's all right. It's like Mario RPG, except nowhere as forgiving as Mario RPG is. Mario RPG, it's like you'll miss a QTE, but it's not going to ruin your thing. In Clear Obscure, it totally can. They can wipe you out in a couple of turns easily if you're not paying attention to the QTE stuff. And there are very few tells as well. It's just something where you'll have to continue to grind and figure it out for each enemy. And then you'll have the ones where the enemies look exactly alike, but they have completely different attack patterns, and their attacks will be different as well, for you to remember. Yeah, that's better. Ba-da-da-da-da. What level are we? 47, and we're still You can tell we're getting closer to the end game, though, because, I mean, Camille was at the beginning. Camilla, whatever her name is, was at the beginning of the game. And I think she gives us the ability, once we complete her, to actually do the, like, anti-grav jump or something, where we'll be able to explore the parts of the castle we've not been able to explore. There's always that one power you get where all of a sudden it opens up the entire castle to you, and then you're like, oh, okay. Secret here, I guess, is to have your back turned and then turn around, jump, and pop them as they do that. If you try to hit them from the front while you're facing them, they're always going to put that shield up. Pain in the ass, really. But if we're talking honestly here, a shield would block a whip. So back turn, bam. Let's go, baby. Come on. I can definitely see why Iga doesn't consider this part of the series, though. And of course, he's not in with Konami anymore, so Konami can come in with the band hammer and just basically say, "Yeah, it is part of canon now." And they did re-release this, so it's because this is the PlayStation 5 version. It's Castlevania Advanced, which is the Game Boy Advanced versions, the 3 Game Boy Advanced games. And then we have the Dominus Collection, which is 1, 2, 3 DS versions. But I always found it funny that everything that they did console-wise after this was some sort of 3D thing. After Soten, I mean. Where everything was so you know, Soten was like this, and then they went handheld, they went like this, but with the consoles they tried to go 3D, which was a thing at the time. When Soten came out, they were trying to really, everyone was trying to try their tricking things into the 3D versions, and Soten was a game that basically kind of thumbed their nose at it, like we're not doing that. We're gonna stick 2D. We're gonna stick with the 2D sprites. We're gonna, you know, pixel art, all that stuff, and we're just gonna make that amazing. And it's what they did, and it worked out. It's one of the best games ever made. But they never really did a console sequel to that up until like now, where they're going to go back and they're doing a high definition 2D Castlevania that's coming out supposedly later this year, and that'll be the first kind of Metroidvania that's been back on home consoles as a new release anyway. But everything else, you know, they did the Metroidvania stuff, they did all on handheld. They did it on Game Boy Advance, they did it on DS. Until I get that pattern down for her, though. don't know how this is really going to work. Have to level up again. There's our level up. Let's go recover, see. Still didn't power that part of the whip up, but it did power up our strength to where we can do that. Crap. Huh. Just not good. Well, that was stupid of me, and I still let it happen. They're still worth quite a bit. Oh, Enigma, you guys. I have no idea. I'm not trying to grind here, but I keep getting hit. I'm being severed. Oh, didn't even see you. Try it again. All right, now I have to pee. I can feel it. It's a yeah, it is the thing. I've been saying that's thing all the time, man. The thing from the Addams Family. Come on, you bastard. Those purple balls. Oh, and I miss all those. If it wasn't for those purple balls, this would be so much easier. Those things are the drizzling shits. Because I'm just getting rolled here. And you can't whip the skull, you have to whip her, so... That is tough. It doesn't matter how strong I am. Oh, damn it. If I can't get any shots off, that is the shits right there. Still took a hit. Damn it. Damn. It's not going to matter how much power my whip has if I can't recognize or get past those damn purple balls. Makes me wonder if I can do the whip spin, because it... There we go, that's better. See what I mean? It's those purple balls. I almost feel like I need to stay the hell back. Huh. Okay, I didn't do that. Just gotta take our time. I didn't do anything there. What? I didn't do anything there. Well, I'm lasting longer this time. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but... Oh, I got it! I think. Maybe. That was hard. You are too late. The rite has been prepared. Only the full moon is missing. It is just a matter of time before the master has his full power of darkness. Your precious master and friend will... Master. Hugh! Alright, I know we need to do this. We're almost dead, so... You know, I don't like to go anywhere without being able to take a shot on the chin, so... If we're Glass Joe right now, we definitely need to step it up a little bit. First try easy, yes. It was my first try. It was very easy. It was what it was. Yeah, knocked us down to 13,000 for a level up. If I'm being a little careful, I am being a little careful because I don't want to die and have to do that shit again. There we go. Save! I believe she gives us the power to jump a lot higher or do something. We'll see. Here. Yep, do that. Yep, there it is. Upward direct special move button will result in a higher jump. Okay, well let's play with that and see how that shit works. Okay, that's how that works. That will give us free reign of the castle now, as far as I can tell. Prison garb. $509 now to level up. Yeah, just do it and get it over with. There we go. Every little bit helps. I feel like there's probably some better armor I should have too. Granted, I have 2 strength rings on, and we're not. The strength rings are not exactly the best for defense, but they are. If you can whip something down without having too much of an issue, then you really don't need good defense, but bosses aren't like that. That took a while. Still can't get those girls down in one hit. I'll get him in a second. Well, that's right, I do need to collect hearts again, because we did use axes on her. 134,000. So, there we go. See? That's what they want. Makes me feel like I missed something, because there was this little indention over here. And I did. Not that it was that important. That's not what I wanted. Ha! Okay. Only thing is, there's stuff behind us that we missed. So... now that we know what we're doing, in theory, plus, there's nothing wrong with getting ourselves some more experience points. Where are we here? Okay. Ha! Ah, I let that happen and I saw it coming anyway. Twice. 3 times. Dick. Oop. Okay, maybe there is no backtracking here for now. Because there's no... No, there probably is, and I just missed it. Guy's a dick. That's where I got the MP up, yep. Sure did. Okay, no, there's a way back, and now I got it. I thought there was another one. This is where we go to... There we go. Oh, come on. Ooh, ah! All over the damn place. I can get the witches down in one hit now. Don't know how he spins the whip underwater, but I'm not even going to question it. But I'm going to take that hit like a champ. Twice. Ah. Seriously? Alright, so we did that. Gotta get back up. I should have gotten hit there and I didn't. Yeah, this is the right way. Oh, 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 oh. Boy, she blended in really well with that. Yeah, but I don't think it would do damage. Is my point. everything in underwater is in slow motion and does not hurt as much unless there's like a tip on it or something. Nope. Whiskey has decided he does not want to lay with me anymore, so he is moving. This is a new room. Ice armor, get him down. I'll take the max HP increase all day long. To get up there, though... Oh, nope, we've unlocked it all. Okay, so now we go to the next area. Your ass. Your absolute ass. Three hits is a hell of a lot more than the 6 it was taking earlier, so... I don't know if they're worth all that much, but we're back down to 58,000 to a new level. Yep. Another new room. Another health upgrade. Gotta get up there. Ah! Yeah, dick. Alright, we need to hit a thing to get those down. Is that... yeah. Another health upgrade. So that was worth it. 3 health upgrades. And, oh, there's... Wait a minute. Okay, good. Ha! Dick. Still took it like a... Ah! I even knew he was there and I still took it. This looks like there's more to this. Because I did hit... Ah, look, invisible. Didn't see that. We're actually closer to the front than we were the back, so let's go out the front way. Oh shit. Those ice armors have done pretty well getting us. I'm about to say screw it and go forward. Ah, no, no, no. Alucard, good to see you. I didn't just notice your... Ah. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, you said they were doing a Castlevania thing there. I didn't even notice you... God, it sucks. Okay, you're down. Alucard is... There's probably nobody on Earth more excited for the new Castlevania than Alucard. I'm pretty excited for it myself, but... Alucard is the Castlevania man. He is intuned. If he was any more intuned, his last name would be Belmont. Alright, I forgot about these guys. Castlevania is his life. How's your day going, bud? I hope today's going better than yesterday did for you. I know yesterday was kind of a... not a fun time for you. And of course I go the wrong way for the save area too. Enigma's losing his mind. You get to fight Joan of Arc. Yeah. She was the pious sort, so that would make sense. Okay, we're still getting hearts. I know we leveled up quite a bit. Alright, now that we... Yeah, that's very much what I thought. Okay. Crap. Not what I wanted. Set France in the 15th century. So what does that mean? I mean, I'd have to look at the timeline. I'm not as nearly as attuned as the timeline as you are. Alright, so we got that. There's a lot of places now we're going to be able to get to because of this anti-grav jump, so... Okay, 260 is... No, actually. We need to go up. Actually, wait a minute. No, let's start by going down, because I know there's a place down here that has been kind of taunting me. And now we have tougher enemies here, so I don't know quite how that happened. But we have them. 300 years before Rondo of Blood and Soten. Okay. Before, but what's it? Is it after? Well, it's after Castlevania 3, right? Take that level up, you bet your ass. Ooh, now the right knees only go down to 2 hits. Well, the main character is a girl, or is a guy though, right? It's not I thought, well, maybe not. I can't tell from looking at the trailer. You think it's Sonya? Well, that's cool. I don't know. I'm not opposed to having a female Belmont. That's for damn sure. Sonya was initially in Legends. We can't. It's hard to tell from just what we've seen so far. The only other Castlevania game to be stricken from the record is Legends. At least it was. I know you can get it like on the Castlevania collections and stuff like that, but I know. Oof. That it was a game. It was initially on the Game Boy, and it was not well received. More health. But when Legends came out, Sonya was kind of presented as being the original Vampire Slayer was her moniker, but that's been changed. And then they tried to bring her back again in the Sega Dreamcast version. They were working on a Dreamcast version of Castlevania, and sadly for Sega and Konami at that point, the PlayStation 2, yes, the PlayStation. I do remember that. The Dreamcast was riding high up until Sony showed off what the PlayStation 2 was going to be able to do, and Sega's butthole puckered, and they basically decided, why are we making game consoles when 6 months later someone is going to release something, or a year later someone's going to release something that's going to completely outpace everything we've done. That's Leon Belmont's first, but that's really kind of what happened with Sega. Was they were hot and heavy in the console race and doing everything, but every time they did something, every time they released something, someone would come out more, and they come up with something better. And they realized with the Dreamcast, you bitch, that they were basically I don't think a lot of people remember the PlayStation 2 was a technological marvel at its time. It was amazing how strong what that thing could do, and I don't think a lot of people remember that it's everybody. Yeah, you're talking like, and you're going to hear a lot of people talk about how much they love the Sega Dreamcast, and believe me, it deserves all the love that it gets. But technologically, it was it was basically like man had just discovered fire, and then here comes the PlayStation 2 with this amazing supercomputer kind of thing, where it was a modern marvel that they could bring that thing out the way that they did. All right, we're gonna go up, up, up. Okay. And Sega just kind of got to the point where they're like, why are we even bothering competing at this point if we're going to release new hardware, and then a year later someone's going to bring out something that makes us look like we're drawing with pencil, with a pencil. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Because you'll have people right now, you'll go online right now, and people will say, oh, the Dreamcast was a great system, and it was. It never got its due. It should have been around a lot longer. Sega never should have bowed out. It's like, you guys really have no idea what Sega was up against at that point. They bowed out because they had to bow out. There's no way they were going to be able to compete on the level that Sony was putting it out there. Plus, you have to keep in mind as well, third parties were not necessarily thrilled with aren't necessarily thrilled with the idea that they have to make different versions of the same game for different consoles. Nintendo made people do that for a long time, and it pissed off a lot of their publishers and developers. Furthermore, they did it again with the Nintendo Wii, and it did so poorly that I mean, for lack of a better term, Nintendo bowed out of a lot, or a lot of companies bowed out of making third-party games for the Wii because they knew it wasn't going to sell, to the point where they needed to make a whole new version of the game just for the Nintendo Wii, because the Wii had nowhere near the horsepower of the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360. So you'd see the versions of, like, and if you can't sell John Madden Football in America on your console, you have problems. And they could not sell John Madden Football on their console, so they had problems. Yeah, Renault definitely still. Yeah, it's not the first time, but I bet you there's going to be people out there who are going to be like, "This is the first time ever we've had a female Castlevania character. This is it's going to be so great. First time ever, woo!" And it's really not the first time ever. Just like when they were like, "Oh, Black Panther is the first black Marvel superhero to come out. Black, for the first black-led superhero movie." And meanwhile, Blade's out there like, "Yeah." Shaq's out there like, "Yeah, wasn't I Steel?" Alright, where are we on the map? Okay, I know for a fact the foyer of the castle goes up. We can finally see what's up there. This is the foyer, I think. Yeah. These things are worth practically nothing, so there's no sense in doing all that. You're not wrong, Grizzled. You're absolutely not wrong. As long as it's good, no one really gives a shit. And I think that's something that a lot of people kind of take for granted here. Oh, good. Another health increase. They kind of take it for granted and act like that it's this, we have to have this, we have to have that. It's like, how about just make the game good? I don't give a rat's ass if the next Belmont is a purple dinosaur. If it's fun, it's fun. Let's make the game fun. Oh God, we don't even know if she's a shitty protagonist yet. People just hate for the sake of hating. If the game's a piece of shit, we find out later it's a piece of shit, and furthermore, if it comes out to where all she does is remind everybody else that she's a woman and ask her about her feminist agenda or something like that, then yeah, I can totally see that being a pain in the ass. But Christ, let the game come out. Exactly. We have a new Castlevania coming. Shut the hell up and enjoy it, or don't. If it's not any good, if it's got problems, it's got problems. Exactly correct, Grizzled. It does not matter in the long run if the character is male or female. If you make a good story with a good character with good development and make it a good game, no one's going to really give two shits about what is not between that character's legs. The only people that really care about that are those activist shitheads who have nothing better to do but to piss people off, basically. That. How the hell do I get up there? It's only a heart thing, but at least I unlocked the map. Yeah, you gotta have the axe. They kind of got away from the sub-weapons, though, in later versions. I mean, this has sub-weapons, but I don't remember there being a lot of sub-weapons in the later ones, but we'll play them and we'll find out. Or, because my memory is not always the best. Alright, let's go. Down and over, yeah. Am I in the right area? I am. Besides, you're playing a game like I'm playing this right now. Look at this guy. We have no idea really a whole lot about him, and honestly, his story is not nearly as big of a deal. I don't know. Some people are just not happy unless they're bitching, and I can't. I just can't with those people. All right. The watch comes in handy in certain areas, depending on which game you're playing and where it is. Like, you have to have it in Soten for a couple of things. $136,000. See, now these things go down in one hit. Those go down in two. All I'm saying is that you can't necessarily judge a book by its cover. They just announced the frickin' the game not long ago. And now someone's pissed off because they put a female as the lead when it's, again, we have no idea. We don't know shit about shit. So let's just wait and see what they're doing. And if they're doing something shitty, they're doing something shitty. But until then, until we see it for ourselves, we're not going to know. Down and over, okay. Well, there's one I didn't get. Grab that. I think we're going this way, yeah. Ha! I still wonder how Dracula has holy armor working for him. He is the exact opposite of holy. That's the whole thing about him, is he's not holy. He's darkness. Ah, okay, alright. I can do it more than once. Alright, so I can go back and get that one that I missed. But I still have to get it correct timing. There we are. Ah, you bastard! Finally getting a new Castlevania game, and people are bitching because they made the lead a female. That's just... That's why we can't have nice things, people. Yeah. That's true, too. He does have a chapel. You'd think that that wouldn't make any sense. For the King of Darkness. The unholiest of the unholy. Alright, so we got that. Most castles probably did, but we're talking about Castlevania. We're talking about Dracula's castle. If it's to be believed, if we're going by the Bram Stoker version, which we should, because he's the one who came up with Dracula, for Christ's sake. He is unholy. He does not have any there's like he cannot be redeemed, is the way that they kind of put it in the book, in the original story, is that he is damned upon damned, like he's just as bad. He thumbed his nose at God, and he's not a good person, basically. All right, where are we? We're right there. Okay. And I know that according to Christianity, anybody can be redeemed, but it's the way they made it out is that he was not. He was the worst of the worst. Those things are the biggest pain in the ass. There we go. Oh! Give me back my axe. Okay, so now that we're here, let's go up and around. There's a whole other area. There's areas all over the place we've not been able to. Let's go up from here. Or we'll just fall. Oops. Oh, did it twice. This is the right way. All right. Ah! Okay. Keep that in mind. Aha! Yeah. Now that makes it a lot easier to run around. Okay, now... Yeah. Whatever. Okay, see that? Yep. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there should be a way... I don't know. Let's just wait and see. I could be completely full of shit. I've been full of shit before. I'll be full of shit again. Whole new part of the castle. Where are we at as far as unlock now? 77.6. That's all? Feels like we should be a little higher than that. Oh! There's a magic MP increase. And a heart increase. Heart increase is on the other side, though, it looks like, so... Oh, okay. A werehorse. That's a new one. And he's got some chutzpah to him. He takes 4 hits. Okay, let's see that. And that is all. There's nothing else up here. I thought we would have something else up here, but no, we don't. Okay. Still, that's unlocked. Now comes the part where I'm going, where's the save? Okay, it's right down here. Wait a minute. That guy's new. Alright, you know what? I am not screwing around with you guys right now. Oop, that's wrong. Apparently the castle gets new inhabitants as we unlock parts, so... Alright, where are we? We need to go up and around. Okay. Because those are earth armor, and those are new to this area too, I think. Or forest armor, I mean. I gotta pee, but I'm about to go to lunch, so... Alright, so now that we're here... Is this... This is the end of the game. That's the observation tower, I think, is the end. Or at least part of it. Let's keep exploring. I don't want to get too far ahead. Oh, come on. That doesn't matter. Unless there's something else up there. Which there could very well be. Looks like there is. There we are. And he looks like wind armor. Okay, he is faster than we are, and it kind of sucks. But then it's only a magic upgrade. Oh well. But at least, again, we're unlocking maps, so that's what we want to do. Unlock as much of the map as humanly possible. Really? There's nothing up here? That don't make much sense. Oh, there's a health. Take that. So I won't pretend like I'm like the master of unlocking everything in this. I probably will miss things. Just knowing me. But that doesn't mean for 1 second we're not going to try. Okay. And now that we have the anti-grav, we're in pretty good shape. Here's another area where... Take that, witch. Hearts increase. And we come out there. We don't come up here, so there's something on the other side. Yeah, I see that over there, and there's more there. It looks like the observation area might be the last of it. The observation tower. But I'll look when I go to lunch just to make sure we aren't missing any areas. I know not... Castlevania games tend to have areas that are quote-unquote optional. Like, I read we didn't have to kill death. Like, there is a way, if you're a glutton for punishment, to not have the water purifier to defeat that water purifying area that water area that we were in. Doesn't sound like any fun to me, though. I don't know about anybody else. Oh, wait, no, this is not right. This is really not right. We are really in the wrong spot. Okay. Here I am thinking I'm going the right way, and I'm not even close to going the right way. Okay. I do see a path forward. We need to hit that up there, right? Yep. Yep, this is it. Oh, that's where I wanted to go. That's a save, isn't it? No, save is up. Oh gosh. All right, guys, let's go ahead and break for lunch. I'm going to go ahead and go make myself something to eat, And I'll be back here in about an hour. Actually, let's see. I have 5 people who I need to continue to get out there, get my name out there, and continue to raid people. So let's see. Who is around? Okay. Well. Very limited, but that's perfectly okay because I see one of my best friends is here. So we're going to raid out the Yarny, and I'll be back here in about an hour. So guys, don't go far. Let me hit raid. And y'all enjoy Yarny's content while I am eating. So I'll be back here real soon. So I'll see you guys here in about an hour.